Old Drager's got the fire.
I've got the storm.
Fighting hip-hop queens and kings.
We're in the form.
When the rooms hit the beat, let the story soar.
Brunhilde and Droger.
Right, Sunny Bonani, Abantwana, hello everybody. I hope you're all well. And we're going to finish off this 7-part series for the grade 12 prelim for 2026. And we are busy on the last question in this video, which is the general section. And I think this is the most weak performed section for most grade 12s because sadly a lot of time is spent on the previous questions. Okay, and yet we can get some very good marks here very quickly as well, guys. So let's work through this. Right, we're going to open up 7 teams spreadsheet, which I have done here now. There's the 7 team spreadsheet, and it is open, and we can see it's got question 7.1 in here, in the one tab at the bottom, 7.2, likewise 7.3. Okay, so let's go see what the question asks us to complete or do. Okay, question 7.1 worksheet says, use a feature. All right, guys, now that's important. That doesn't mean it's a formula. Right, it's a feature that you use. So usually filtering is a good feature, and that allows us to do things from there. To display only the teams that, yes, have more than 600 staff members and uses hybrid engines. Okay, now again, guys, very important that you understood the word feature. Okay, because most of us will try and do some formula there to try and determine that. But yet, if you look at the mark allocation, guys, it should be quite a simple thing to do. Do you understand what I'm trying to say, grade 12s? Okay, so let's go look and see how we can do this. All right, so we can see that we've got engines. We've also got the staff count. So if we add a filter here, let's just go click on filter. Right, there we have got filters at the top. And what we want to do is we want to look at the staff count for greater than 600. That's what we want to see there. So if I click on this little drop down here and I go to number filters, can you see that? And we say greater than 600. See, greater than 600. Right, that should do that for us. Okay. And we can add more in this. Okay, now I think let's leave it at that one. We'll do that one first. Right, so anything there is above 600, which is great. Okay, so we're happy with that one. Now we've got to look at the hybrid engine. So all that we want is hybrid engines. So that one there, okay, again, text filter. We could do quite a bit here. Contains, right, let's do that. Contains the word. And we should be able to do hybrid. Right, so that's great. We didn't have to type that in. We can go OK, and there is our answer. So really quite nice. So that's 2 marks in your pocket there. So we filtered this information to give us a staff count of higher than 600. We've also said give me the engine, that it is a hybrid engine. All right, and that's it. Okay, and that's our 2 marks. Right, so let me use my pen again. I think you guys have all got used to that. Right, so it's 1 mark there, hybrid engines, and it was filtered at 2 marks. What do you think? Grade 12s. Okay, so a little bit more practice there, I think, just to look at some filtering. Right, let's look at the next question. Question 7.2. Right, that's the worksheet we're going to be working in. It says use a spreadsheet. Here we're going to feature again, to ensure that only unique tire suppliers display. Right, so they only want unique tire suppliers to display. Right, so now let's just have a look at the data that we've got here. So unique would be 1 of each. Would you agree with me, guys? Unique. So there's 1 Pirelli, 1 Bridgestone, 1 Michelin, 1 Goodyear, 1 Continental. So that is a way of doing that there. So what we could do is just remove duplicates here. So let's take this one. Going to select all there. We go to data, We go to remove duplicates. There it is. And we're looking at tire suppliers. You can go OK. And there they are. There are 12 unique names there for that question. And that's it, 1 mark. So I think we're okay with that one. I'm going to take those marks. So let's go back here. And let's go and allocate our mark. Right, so here we are. Unique suppliers. There's another way, and you could do a filter as well if you wanted to do that. Grade 12s, you could also then filter unique. All right, that will also give you the mark. All right, so there's 2 ways of doing that. So it's not just the one. Right, and then we're going through here. Question 6. Right, we're nearly there. I just want to see how many there are still here to go through. Right. Now, here we go again with the subtotals, and they seem to ask this quite a bit. Okay, guys, and they are sometimes easy marks if you just read the instruction carefully. Right, use the subtotal feature to modify the data so that it appears as shown in the example below. Right, so let's go look at this first. So we've got engine manufacturer, team name, and driver points. Right, so let's just go and have a look at this. Right, question 7.3. Engine, team name, driver point. So that's all the same there. Okay, let's go see what else we can see on the question. All right. Can you see it is definitely subtotal because they're grouping Ferrari, Ford, and whatever the case may be. Okay. So, right, it looks like it's adding the sum as well here. Right, so here we are. And I think what we need to do is let's first sort this. Okay, guys, let's get this all, because it's all mixed. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick sort here. Right, let's go to home. We're going to go sort by A to Z. That's great. So now at least we can see that we've got the Ferrari, the Ford, the Honda, and that's looking more like our example that we had here in the question paper. Okay, can you see here? Ferrari, Ford, Honda. Now we've got to just do the feature that they wanted. Right, so let's just go have a look at the subtotal feature. Here's the subtotal feature that we can select. And now we just got to set in what we needed here. Right, now, to get the subtotal, we have to look at the engine manufacturer first. We want the sum of that and the driver points. Engine manufacturer, okay, guys, that comes first, then the sum, then the driver points, okay? And I think that should be it. Yes, Ferrari total, Ford total, Honda total, Mercedes total, and that looks like the answer we are looking for. That's it, guys. That is question 7.3 is done. Let's go get those marks quickly. Right. Yes, that looks great. Okay. And that was, 6 marks there, guys. So that was a nice one. But I think important there just to note that I had to do the sort first to get them all in the same categories. In other words, all the manufacturers together, and then do the subtotal on that to get that 6 points. Okay. Right, now down to this last little 6 here, and we'll continue with this now. Right, what do they want here? Open 7-pass Word document. Only VIP fans from South Africa who qualify for the exclusive pit lane guided experience, okay, may receive the customized pass. Create a mail merge. Okay, here we go, guys. This is important. Okay, there's always a mail merge in there, so get to understand this mail merge. Use the 7 fans database to link with the 7-pass document. Okay. Only include VIP fans from South Africa who have pit lane add on as an option. Right, then we need to insert the name and the surname fields, save the 7-pass document, and complete the mail merge and save it as 7 merged. Okay, and that is for 6 marks, and that's going to be the end of the question paper as well. So, guys, let's go and see what we have got here first. Right, so we need to open up the 7 pass Word document. Right, and here is the 7 pass Word document. Now, if you've ever had and ever built mail merges, you'll know that this is where they wanted the merged fields to come in. They're usually in these bracketed forms that we see here. Okay, so we're happy with it. Okay, now guys, we need to consider importing now, or they're saying we need to link to that specific access database. Let's just quickly confirm. Right, here we are. Yes, 7 fans database, there it is. With the 7 pass document. Okay, so we need to create this link in Word. So let me just draw here a little bit. Can you see this is the link that we need to create? So Word needs to get that information from there, okay, to be able to do the mail merge. Right, so where do we need to go? We have to go here to select recipients. Right, use an existing list, and we have to go to our exam folder, ladies and gentlemen, which is under desktop in my case, and I'm just going to go to the CAT Prelim data, and we need to click on 7 fans. That's the one we're looking for. Okay, great stuff. Now, it's created that link to that database, which is great. All right, now we've got to look at saying, all right, we need to replace the name and the surname, but we might still have to do some filtering, guys. Okay, so let's go have a look before we go anywhere, and let's just go edit recipient list, and we can see that it has pulled it here. Here it is. And what we need to do is we need to find people with VIP. That's important here, VIP. All right, so we're going to do a filter. And we want to filter, let me just pull this down that you guys can see it nicely. We want to filter the, what field was that? That was the, oh, it's definitely the ticket category. Okay, guys, let's go back there again. Sorry. Right, we want to look for the ticket category. And it must be equals to the VIP. That is what we were looking for there. So the ticket category, give me all the people who are VIP, please. Okay, and there you can see it's done the filter for you. Can you see that? But I think it also said, did it say something about the pit lane? Let's just quickly check. Right, so we've done VIP now. So let's just go back and check here. Guys, we're also looking for VIP, South Africa, and the pit lane. Okay, you can see it there. Yeah. We've done VIP here in this filter. Sorry, people. I will get some errors coming through here on my side with the jumping between the two software packages. So we've done VIP. Right, and here you can see South Africa we still need to do, and pit lane. Are you guys happy with that? Right, so let's go back here again to this filter. Right, we need to find South Africa here. So again, we're going to add another filter. Right, add. We're also going to say the country must equal to South Africa. South Africa. Right, awesome, South Africa. And the last one is going to have to be the pit lane, which is the add-on. It's equal to the pit lane. Okay, so make sure again that your spelling is right, guys. Pit space lane. Okay, and let's okay this one, and we'll see that there are 4. 2, 4, which is correct. Right, so there's 4 people who qualify for that. So let's go okay. Right, now we can do the merge here. So you could, ladies and gentlemen, just simply click in there. But again, if you don't mind, I'm just going to check this out. And I'm going to put in, insert the merge field, and we want the name. and we also want the surname. Okay, name, and we want the surname. Right, there we are. And if I preview the results, I can see Liam Smith, I can see Michael Brown, Tabo and Corsi, and then there's only 4, which is correct. Okay, so we know that that is working now. Okay, let's look at the next part of this. Right, so we have now inserted the name and surnames field, so we know that's right. Save the 7-pass document. Okay, so we have to save this document now. All right, good. And we can see it's 7-pass, so we're going to click on save there. Okay, and that would have sorted that problem out. Okay, now once we have saved, we can now move on to the next part, which is purely just complete the mail merge and save this as 7 merged. All right, so how do we complete this? We can go File, we can go to Edit Individual Documents. All right, all documents, there they are, and we can see that it is now created just a word here, which is wrong. We have to go and save this again. File, Save As. We go to our Prelim data folder, and we're going to save this as, what did they ask for it? They asked for 7 merged. Okay, that's the file we have to create. Okay, 7 merged. 7 merged. Just want to check if it must be a capital. Yes, 7 merged. And we can go save. And within our exam folder now, we should see a new file there called 7 merged. There it is. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have completed the prelim for 2026. I have gone through this in detail. That's 6 marks there for that. And I'm hoping you enjoyed this little series with me. Please like and subscribe. Drop us a comment. Tell us what you think. Were you happy with your results that you got for the paper? And again, please join up with the channel. You can share this with some friends if you found that this was at all handy and it helped you through working or getting through this proprietary examination. Right, you are live with Mr. Behrens, and thank you for your support, and God bless, and we'll see you with some more coming up just before the NSC finals. God bless, guys, and see you guys later on.